as we slowly drag our fat asses into November, there is not a single thing about any show so far this week that is memorable or inspirational or talk aboutable or anything. So here we are on Wednesday, November 1st. Everybody's Friday. And I have like 17 clips. None of them are important. None of them have any meaning to them. None of them mean anything. I'm sorry I don't have my blonde wig on today. It's sitting right here like a rat's nest from last night. Yeah, I can't even imagine anybody thought I looked good with whitish blonde Kardashian hair. But here she is. Here she is, everybody. And she'll be here probably until next year. So just saying.
So there is one thing about those clips. I know there's 0 clips of Medicated Pete.
Oh, can we discuss that?
Hour and a half of the show.
90 minutes of the show
with basically a prostitute, because they did pay her $5,000, so that is prostitution.
Well, they said that they spent $5,000 there, and I don't believe that for a second. I don't think that. I actually have no thoughts about it, to be honest with you.
The whole thing actually kind of disgusted me.
An entire,
as well, any human being should discuss.
Quick question.
Yes.
Does Howard consider their year January through December, or is it
calendar year or accounting year?
To vacation.
Oh,
no, just out of curiosity. I'm wondering because you know what, if in fact it was just January to December, that means that they have to start burning money for their budget or whatever, you know?
Yeah, that's true, because they haven't spent anything this year.
I have no idea how it works, but normal companies. Yes.
So we're just going to jump right into it and talk about how the show started. Then we're going to get to Medicated Pete. Well, we're not going to get to Medicated Pete.
No, we're going to skip over that hour and a half of
nothing to
my
say.
Life that I want back.
Dennis constantly reminds me that I need to say for the podcast that I am here tonight with Dennis, John, and Xavier. And we are doing a Today Tonight show for Wednesday.
I'm too low.
First.
You're a little low.
Who's a little low? Me?
No.
I'll let you do that, man.
The whiskers is a little low.
The whiskers is a little low?
He's a little low.
Ever a bad thing? Is that ever a bad thing? What are you drinking tonight, Dennis?
I'm drinking my Nero de Avila from
What are you drinking tonight? Your kidney failure?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do the soda show, and then we'll get into.
Hey now, I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, for you.
I wake up to pee, and I can't get back to sleep. I'm too excited to be here with all of you.
Oh, right. That's right.
And I lay there. I read the news. I try to go back to bed. I'm back up.
What does Beth think? Oh wait, it's not there.
I was watching a video, an interview with Hikaru Nakamura.
Oh, who gives a shit?
Which I enjoyed very much. He was talking about who is the greatest chess player of all time.
Yeah, so they get to okay, I have no need tonight, so I'm wearing the worst outfit known to mankind tonight. I almost am embarrassed to show it. Well, so I have my wine sweatshirt on because it's graphic. And then I have on tie-dyed sweatpants. Wait, and ready for the pièce de résistance. I have on my Rick and Morty banana socks. So yeah, that's
Monique's wearing Rick and Morty banana socks. Midlife crisis. By the way, Clitoris fittingly wants to know if the carpet matches drapes. That means does your vagina hair match your hair on your head?
You know what? If I had hair to go by and by which you gaze by, I would tell you yes. If there was something to compare to, I would say yes.
Yes, Kylie, Costco hot dogs are the shizit. I agree with you.
So let's even if he's waking up at 3 a.m, he's going to bed like 7:30. That's almost 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, it's
right
almost
there.
like normal
Yeah, I
sleep.
know.
And
That's
forget
so,
the nap.
how is he? In fact, he's proud of the fact that he's in bed by like 7 o'clock.
Don't discount the meditation nap that he had
but
4
I mean,
hours
it's
before
like
that.
it's so stupid.
So wait,
It makes-
even given the benefit
Oh,
of the
get up at
doubt,
3 a.m.
David.
Yeah, okay. So you had 8 hours sleep. Good for you.
Wait, even the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he went to bed at 8. That's
Yeah.
still 7 hours of sleep.
That's still 7 hours. That's more.
7 hours. That's more
And
than
not
I
only
got.
that,
More
you
than I
wake
bet
up,
most of us did tonight.
and you wake up knowing that you can go back to take a nap. Walking
At
10
11.
feet to your bed
Exactly.
in a few hours. So it's not like it's.
I think this is bullshit too. Since I've been listening to this show, does anybody among us, anybody in the chat, ever wake up when you're trying to sleep? Get up, physically get up, walk to another room, and turn on a television show in full and engage it and remember it. You're
No.
rolling around. You're trying to go back to
No.
sleep. You're trying to maybe you jerk off. You go back. You're not getting up physically and watching a television program
No.
out of your
Nor am
bed.
I-
You're trying
Nor am I reading the news.
Of course.
right, and
And
you're remembering it.
Darian, no, nobody.
You know what, fellas? We're wasting our time. Look at the chat. There's no way we're recovering from this. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start smoking. I don't smoke, but I'm gonna go get some Marlboros because there's nothing I can say that's gonna even come close to what's going on in the chat. So
I
smoke
could go
them
on
if you
my,
got them, gentlemen.
Go on my patio and smoke
Yeah,
my
yeah,
cigar
yeah.
and hang out for the rest
Nobody
of the
thinks
evening.
anybody shaves anymore. Shaving is not a thing. I don't know anybody who shaves. I don't know anybody who shaves. I had laser hair removal treatment like 10 years ago. It hurt more than anything could possibly hurt, but you know what? I never worry when I put on a bathing suit. As a matter of fact, I still have my bathing suit on from today. So I haven't even changed, and that's how much effort I put into my look tonight. And yes, whatever. And yes, in a bizarro world, Monique was in classic cars and tennis.
I use women's Nair on myself because I hate men so much. I won't even use it in Nair.
Is it the strawberry scented one?
yes. Sure, Jasmine.
Ooh.
All right, yeah, we've completely sidetracked ourselves on this shit show of epic
Thank
proportions.
you, Crazy Robin.
What?
But
I'm listening to the Who right now. Let me know. Text me on
Well,
my phone when.
he also just did this fake thing, and he's so tortured that he gets up in the middle of the night. He's working on the show at 3 a.m. and I have this notebook full of. He's still running with that bullshit.
If I'm adjusted, Italian women have hairy assholes. Who told you that?
I've never seen that. That's okay.
No, I also personally have never seen that.
I've never
so-
seen that.
You ever
I've
see-
dated a few-
you
I've
ever
dated
see-
a few Italian chicks?
You ever
No,
see
it's not
Alyssa Milano's Ari Melber 5 o'clock shadow on Charmed in HD?
No.
Oh yeah, she's got a huge stash. But I
No.
think she owns it. Hairy Arms and Robin Williams.
He has hairy arms.
Yeah.
I feel like as you get older, the hair on your arms kind of goes away. I just have like this really light peach fuzz.
It's not happening. No.
Oh, it doesn't go away?
So
No.
So
Well, I know,
surprisingly, right now the Raptors are leading the Bucks, 107-85, while the Trailblazers are neck and neck with the Pistons right now. They're tied up fourth quarter at 99.
Monique, what do
So-
you think about a team in Toronto? You have one country rooting for one team, and they have the entire country behind them, and the NBA doesn't know how to monetize them in
Well,
2023.
isn't that like the
What
NFL?
about
Yep.
the Montreal Cavaliers, John?
What?
They should do. In the NBA, Monique, the Toronto Raptors have one country rooting for one team and have amazing ratings if they are on, and they can't monetize them on national TV because they
Nope.
haven't figured out a North American rating system.
That's a really weird thing.
Isn't
to
that
me.
weird? In
Yeah.
2023?
I don't really understand that though. Actually.
I don't either.
Why is that?
It's true. When they won the NBA title, they were on national TV twice in the entire 82-game schedule.
Wow.
Because they can't put them on because there's a Canadian rating system problem.
Well, today you have James Harden playing his first game with the Clippers against the Lakers. So that should be that guy's like the biggest grifter ever.
You know what?
No, Howard.
He is. Oh, he does this. I don't want to be on this team anymore. Let me gain weight. And,
Yeah,
and they trade him. They always trade him.
You guys can have a cute little conversation about Canadian.
That's all I wanted to say. I'm sure G Canada is going to go nuts in a
We should
second.
actually have a show about that. So he
Me?
decided
Oh,
when he
you're
woke
not.
up that he was going to talk about some Japanese guy who did a whole conversation about who are the best chess players in the world.
Who
And of
cares?
course, his favorite BFF Magnus.
He could make up names no one would know.
Exactly.
I don't give a shit who he is.
It would be like Montague Schmidt.
Yeah, I
is
know.
playing. It's like nobody would know.
Nobody cares. But basically, what Howard then revealed is that he actually cheats at chess, because what he does, because he's okay, let's say there's 5 levels of chess player, and let's say Howard is like a 2, maybe bordering on a 3, according to him, or what.
1 bordering on a 2.
But what he does is he plays with beginners so that he can always win.
Right.
And he actually admitted to that.
The Watson Generals.
Here we go.
Yeah, I go on chess websites and play, and I sign in as a beginner, which I'm not. I'm not a beginner. I'm not great at it, but I'm not a beginner. But I want to play.
Because that's also cheating.
No, not cheating. I go on as a beginner because, first of all, you don't receive a rating. It's not, you go on anonymously. I go on as a beginner because I want to feel like Magnus Carlsen or Bobby Fischer.
Oh, sure.
When I play these,
Sure.
when I play these beginners, I am a genius. I never lose. I can go 25 straight games and win.
So this asshole basically goes on and plays people who are beginner chess players so
Wait.
that he can go in and be a dick about it and win.
Let's even make it funnier. He's probably playing little kids.
Yeah,
and-
exactly.
and beating them.
9-year-olds. Exactly.
Like 9 and 8-year-olds.
Let me ask you guys this: how is professional sports a waste of time, but this isn't? Is there any bigger time suckage than effing chess, where you have to? It's so bad you got to save the board and come back to it. Some might say
yes
Major
and
League
no.
Baseball is a chess match. A really good Major League Baseball manager is playing chess.
There is a slight difference. When you're actually playing chess or you're playing baseball, you're actually using strategy. While watching it, you're not using strategy. You're understanding the strategy. But if you're playing chess, you're using your mind and thinking ahead. And
Not the way I watch sports. I use my mind all the time.
But I think
understood.
Chess is a singular sport, if you want to call it a sport.
I
Chess
count
is
the
a
black
singular
people in
sport
Boston in the stands
where
sometimes. I don't want
you
individually.
are one-on-one. You are just playing another human being. I have no idea what's going on. And I think that he is such an elitist that he thought that if he learned how to play chess, that he would be able to play with people like, let's go with Robert Kraft or somebody like people.
Larry Fitzgerald
saw playing chess and said, "Ooh, this is something that smart people do."
Yep.
And who have like some sort of a semblance of intelligence, and it's something that
There's always a celebrities angle, Monique. There's always whether it's painting or chess. There's always a celebrity ulterior motive, an ulterior motive under everything he does.
Let's be real. When I watch the NFL, I'm watching it knowing that 95% of those guys could kick my ass. If I watch chess, I can kick everybody who's ever played.
The best of the best are doing it,
and I wouldn't even be close.
But you wouldn't care though.
I would love to just
watch it
beat
and
their ass.
Care.
Why not? It makes me feel better that all these intellectually superior people, I could just punch them and take their cake.
Intellectually superior. They're a 7-year-old.
I don't care.
Probably kick Howard's ass like all the way down the street.
I could kick his ass regardless.
It's a matter of logic and timing and.
But can they kick my ass, Mo? Can they kick my ass? Okay.
Wasn't there a Family Ties episode where Alex Keaton jumped over the chessboard and started a fight during the middle of and Stephen Keaton was doing the play-by-play? That's a really good episode.
That's another show I never watched.
Oh, come on, show me.
I don't remember that. I'm trying to think.
What
I
do we
watched
do,
every
baby?
episode.
Yeah, that was a famous one.
Yes,
Stephen Keaton was doing
chess is
play-by-play.
a pastime, not a sport. Yes, agreed. It's a pastime. It's something that, like dominoes or like mahjong, which I don't even know about, or
Dorian Morgan's right. There's a chess masters that are gangbangers and homeless dudes at the park who are chess masters. That's the company he keeps.
Oh, look at Laundry Room. Steve Dahl decided to play chess, and Howard said, "Well,
That's-
from you."
All
All right. So then what happened? Wait. Oh, Benjamin says breaking news. Matthew Perry died from electrocution. He was listening to Stern and threw the radio into the hot tub. It's probably going to be a minute before we find out what actually Matthew Perry
But
died.
AI, the robots are supposed to figure out the toxicology.
The robots.
The robots.
The robots. So yeah.
Wait. So before we go on to anything else, something I forgot about yesterday. Blobbin actually thinks people get heavier when they die.
Yeah, what was
Swear to
that
God.
about, Dennis?
They were talking about death, and that like when somebody dies, they're dead weight. So Blobbin
Dead weight? Is that what that?
dead weight. Dead weight. So Blobbin's like they get heavier when they die.
I think for like a minute or two, like all the gases expand inside of your body. So technically, like microns, you would accumulate just subatomic weight in mass.
Just as
But that's literally like a minute or two at the most.
and
Yeah,
then they resume their dead natural weight.
Yeah, and then I hate to say it, when people, as they said in Game of Thrones,
when you have to lift somebody in their dead weight.
that has nothing to do with being dead.
What does that
That's
mean?
just- dead weight.
Just
It's
means
like,
they're
have you ever
just
tried to
limp.
pick up someone who's dead weight?
Yeah,
It means
they're dead weight.
It means that
they're not
no
helping
part
you.
of their body is assisting you in lifting them. You're just physically picking up their mass. That's not what dead weight means. That's nothing to
Benjamin's
do
so
with being
right.
dead.
Wasn't she a nurse? Isn't there extensive science
Thank
you have
you.
to take
There is,
to
but
become a
she's an
nurse
idiot.
and know that stuff?
She knows.
See,
how-
Mike White was able to finish the sentence. I couldn't because Mo. Yeah.
and then the body, dead body shits itself. Yes.
Yeah, it does. There you
The
go.
whole South Park had a whole thing on that.
So this that clip I just played basically was at 7:06,
Wow.
and then for the next 90 minutes, 90 minutes,
99
90 minutes, they
minutes.
had this woman.
or oh sorry, I had a
Fupa.
cough.
They had this
Look at that fupa.
woman
She told us it's fupa, bro.
in to the studio to discuss how she and her husband flew from Texas to New York on their own dime, apparently,
Allegedly.
on their own dime, and decided to have her have sex with whatever his name is, medicated,
Oh.
who
Actually,
supposedly
who says in that
very
scenario?
large penis, right? Is that the one?
No, so that's what they said. That's their.
Well, that
no,
was
what-
Howard
what-
salivating over it.
Right. So this person came in to have sex with medicated Pete. I don't know what she was after or what the reasoning is behind it, what the impetus was for her to even start down this road of having sex with medicated Pete. But yes, 90 minutes later, that's here we are.
We learned everything we didn't need to know.
There was nothing else we needed to know about this. So
And
that's
then,
all you
yeah.
can hear about it.
And
So,
then, of course, they were
That's
talking
like-
about then High Pitch
that's-
was next.
Like, have you guys ever seen how sausage is made?
Yes.
Most people enjoy like hot links and stuff like that, but you don't want to see how it's made.
I don't need to know that.
I imagine
I've seen
that
it. I've done it.
those two getting together is like watching sausage being made.
Well, so anyway, then High Pitch called in because he was supposed to call in during the segment so
Yeah,
that
he called in late.
add some sort of information to it. But of course, the reason he calls in is because that freak from fucking Brooklyn tells him.
Hey,
that
by
he
the way,
needs to
High Pitch
call
Eric,
in.
you are the man with the worst timing. You should have called in when I was doing the segment. What's the matter with you?
Well, is she on the phone now?
No,
No,
she
she
just
was
left the
here.
studio. She's been here for an hour and a half. I mean, and where
Here.
were you?
Neither of them are
But
here.
Marianne just called me and said to call in now.
Yeah, so Marianne told him to call in so that he could call in now. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Bill, you gotta call it now.
What was that?
Ugh. God, I hate that voice. I hate everything about her.
Oh my god. Okay, I don't even know how I wound up with 17 clips tonight, but yet
Oh.
it just happens. So then the next clip I want to play is about Tommy John. So he does a Tommy John live read, and he proceeds to tell us about how he has so many Tommy John underwear, but it's just those little things that annoy the absolute shit out of us.
Yes.
And that's what I feel like I need to play tonight. So here we
I
go.
not only was I wearing my Tommy John during the day, I started sleeping in them, and I said, "Why am I holding on to this other underwear? What am I doing? It's clogging up my system in my closet.
Plugging up my system.
The system.
I don't have that much drawer space that I can hold on to two types of underwear." I said, "I'm gonna," and I was nervous because I had worn the other.
Okay, shut up. Shut up.
So he's talking about his Calvin Kleins that he still wears. I don't know why you would be wearing one set of underwear during the day, but then you wear a different set of underwear during the night.
Well, you know what? I have to be fair on this.
What is
I
shorts?
have absolutely known of men who will wear tighty whities during the day and boxers during the night.
Okay.
So that is a thing.
Wait, you're supposed to
Thing.
change underwear?
That sounds like your Scott Baio story.
Can we appreciate the fact that he at least has about 2,000 square feet of closet space?
Let's
review.
Closet. Let's appreciate.
At the very least.
That's the closet.
The closet. So hang on. Let me
There's no room in those drawers. Not for drawers.
So just study that this is Howard Alone's closet. So I don't know. Is it 3, 6, 9, and probably on the other side another 18 drawers for drawer space?
Socks and underwear.
Yeah, but you can't really fit any underwear in there. I guess.
Got nothing.
I guess that's how it works.
It's once again, it's blue collar porn for him. He tries to come across like he's just this dude with a little sock drawer.
I love this, and I have to laugh, and I know we talk about this constantly. They have to laugh at these coral ball dust collectors. Like, who needs to and
Is that a leg lamp?
It is a leg lamp.
look
It looks like
at
a leg.
the marble. I've never noticed this before. The marble is cut out
Yes.
fit around the balustrades,
There you go.
the moldings, and rounded so that this stupid, probably ridiculously expensive antique thing can be held up and then have a coral ball
Bro,
connected to it on the
the Haunted Mansion call, they want their wall sconces back.
Yeah, exactly. and wait, and their wallpaper.
Oh, totally, dude.
Oh my God! Last time I saw a setup like that was at Disney.
Come on, Monique. Look at that Lilliputian shack.
You know what?
He's got to keep.
He's
He's got to keep his pre-distressed clothes at Stephanopoulos' house.
So
Exactly.
So David has a great line here. Howard could fit the Fruit of the Loom headquarters in his pantry.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
You got the fruit right, David.
But the
The fruit.
minimalist can't fit that. Can't fit that.
That's
the
right.
thing.
That's the minimalist.
If when we all get quiet, if you listen hard enough, you can still hear the interior decorators laughing their ass off at the bill
Exactly.
that they sent those to.
Yep. So
They're
go
still laughing their ass off.
fuck yourself with that stupid comment. All right, then let's move on. So he tells a story. Let me just shut this down really.
It does look like the Haunted Mansion, like no joke.
Yeah, I mean seriously, that wallpaper, everything.
Yeah, it's so true.
All
All right, so then he starts a conversation about how his Fender Telecaster was stolen.
It's a lie. This is a total lie.
His young- I did a deep dive into this, so let's talk about it for a quick second. So let me play the clip, and then we'll come back.
Okay.
The original guitar I had when in college was a Telecaster, which I'm told now is worth a fortune. At the time when I got it, it was the cheap Fender that you could get. It wasn't a Strat. And somebody stole it.
Oh,
Don't
you
have
don't
it
even
anymore.
have it.
No, somebody took it. And I know where I got an idea what happened, but I'm not exactly sure.
So let's talk about that for a minute. second, shall we?
What's the
What are these
sound?
noises I hear, Johnny?
He says it's a Telecaster.
I was
right?
coughing and I whipped my headset up. It's trying to cough.
Okay, so I started to do a little deep dive into the Telecaster. Right. So
The ones that are worth money are the ones with the big heads.
okay,
the skinny
so,
heads like
yeah,
this.
I mean, yes, and you can probably buy one now for like $20,000 if it's in like tip-top shape. So the one that started it all, Telecaster history. So blah blah blah. That was the one, early 50s into the 60s.
Mhm.
Everybody started using it. It was the guitar, right?
Yep.
So here's all the people that played
Yep.
Telecaster, including
Pete Townsend.
Andy Summers from the Police, Chrissy Hind, whom I love, Keith
Me too.
Richards, Sid
But there's
Barrett, Pete Townsend, blah blah blah. Muddy Waters, B.B. King, everybody. Will and Judge.
Is Steve Nowicki on that list?
Steve Nowicki is not on the
Ah,
list.
that's
No,
crazy.
no.
That's crazy.
Clapton, Jimmy Page,
Fred
right?
Norris?
Everybody who was anybody played the Telecaster. So let's go back then again and see how much a Telecaster was. Model's original list price was $239.50. Okay,
That's a lot of money.
you say it's a lot of money. Here,
Back then,
$200 in 1950 inflation is equal to $2,554.
Yeah.
this is an expensive guitar.
So this
What an-
shithead is telling you about his Telecaster that was basically a piece of crap back in the 50s, which literally today would be something where his father would have paid $2,500 to get his baby boy a guitar.
But they did
And we'd
nothing
have to
for
hear
him.
about it.
I needed
Yeah.
three things to tell you this because it just drove me insane that he would say naturally that his Telecaster, was stolen. It was a piece of shit. It's worth a lot of money now, but back in the day, that's it was not.
We've listened to a lot of lies from college and the rewriting of history from college. Has anyone heard the story yet?
no.
No,
I was
never.
filming this in
Good point.
2023, and we're just hearing this now.
He
Bullshit.
sat
As
on the
much as he
story for
repeats
40
stories.
something years.
Yeah, I sat it on for
He
45.
sat on the story for 40 something years for today.
He just decided to release it today.
Yeah, what a
So whose
quickie
story
to-
is he stealing this from, guys? What gets
I think
Bon
he just
Jovi?
picked it up. I think you know what he
Just-
saw that Keith Richards plays a Fender.
Yeah, now he's trying to relate
And
to
now he
him.
tries to relate to him in some bizarre way. Yes, that's what it is.
Right on.
Keith Richards was the first thing that popped off that list to me in terms
Yeah.
of who played that guitar.
So what was the end story to this guitar? Why did he bring it up?
As with every Howard story, there is no end.
There
It's
was
just,
no end. There was no
let us
point
know.
to it. It was
And
just
he had
that
a
it got stolen.
Okay.
And then Robin started going into, gosh, this happens to you with everything. It happened with your comic books, and your mom takes everything away from you, and how is it that you really have anything from when you were a child? It's bullshit like that. Then he goes into an obituary where, again, there are many, many people he has not done an obituary for.
No.
For some bizarre reason, he decides to do an obituary for Arnold Diaz.
Who?
Many of you will not know who he is because
Who?
he's a very, very local
New York.
New York guy who was the ombudsman for all this shit that happened. If your TV broke and the repairman couldn't fix it and told you to go F yourself and charge you $3,000, it was like a shame on you thing. So here's a really
Shame
shame on you. Yeah, I'm
Yep.
gonna play it for you right now.
See who died? That guy who used to do that segment on TV. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Nobody knows who
Local
this is.
New
Nobody.
York guy, Arnold Diaz. He died.
Oh, really?
Remember him? Arnold Diaz. Shame on you.
Now that
He
you
did a
say
segment.
Arnold Diaz,
Yeah, sure, now you know.
remember him.
Yeah, sure.
Sure
Me
you
too.
do.
With the shame on you.
Yeah, that's
But-
right, John Doe. He's a consumer advocate, and the ultimate thing to go after is this show. If you're a consumer,
Yeah, exactly.
that's what we do here. We're consumer advocates. That's why we do this show.
And then he proceeded to play like a bunch of stupid clips from Arnold. And again, when you have 70 people who have absolutely nothing to do, these are the kind of clips that you spend 15, 20 minutes on during your 3-hour workday.
What happened to making this show national back in the 90s? Right? He wants a national audience. He
It's
can't stop. He can't
know,
stop making this thing provincial and local.
We get a shame on you guy, but Burt Young has yet to be mentioned.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's about
Burt Young yet to be mentioned. I love it.
We're waiting on the package from JD at the end of the vacation time period.
Jeremy Harrelson goes, Howard going to his funeral. Imagine he goes to Arnold Diaz's funeral. Out of
Oh my
all the
God.
things he's blown off.
Will he talk about how his balls hung down to his knees or something like that?
Ed Bradley and Arnold Diaz's funeral.
Exactly. Okay, so then he I don't know why he started doing the agent again, but it was about Robin's cancer and it was kind of cringy. So let's hear a little bit of that.
Oh God, no.
You sound like that agent now. You're a big deal.
That's
You
why.
got to make something out of it.
Smartest thing you ever did, Robin, was get the cancer. I'm telling you, people relate to you now. Before, you were just another broad on the radio. Now, all of a sudden, everyone sees your vulnerability.
Yeah, he went on and on with
He's losing, as shitty as it was before. Now he's losing what little it was ripping off Steve Dahl now, or Artie and Johnny Fratto. So it's even shittier than it was now. He can't even hold that. He's so ungifted as a mimic. He can't even do this anymore. You see, he's lost the voice already.
Rodney, what are you saying here? Why do you click what? Why so quick to claim larceny? I'm not sure.
What?
He's talking about this as a Seinfeld reference.
How do we know he didn't pay
The
some
real Peterman
for his stories like J. Peterman paper?
No, we've said that on here before, Rodney. We have said the real Kramer and stuff that we made that comparison.
Yes.
That Howard takes stories from his friends and uses them as his own, like if not pays for them.
Only his last conversation.
And
he hears them somewhere, so then he's able to repeat it without any recrimination.
And so that whole Howie Brasco thing, because that's all the agent is at this point. It's just Howie Brasco through a megaphone. All that I think is from his security guys who are all in New York City cops, ex-New York City cops, and that's how they talk. So that's his Howie Brasco persona.
Don't forget his what's
Pat
the name?
Menachia.
Pat talks like that.
Pat Menachia talks like that too.
Yeah,
that's remember Artie did Johnny Fratto?
Yes,
that's what that is.
Yeah. It's a conglomeration of all that.
Yeah.
And it's done
Howard's
poorly.
now. It's Howard's now. That's all that matters.
Poor.
So then he goes into a promo for the Strokes. Yeah, we've heard about them in the last 10 years. Yeah, let me just pull that dude up because of course that's all he could talk about is
how handsome he was.
It's
handsome.
She says he's so handsome.
So
he's just so interesting. He's interesting is what
interesting.
He's not handsome. He's interesting.
No, he called him handsome.
I'm sorry, I'm just pulling him up so that you all can see who's
salivating.
So delicious. So delicious, my love. All right, here we go. So let me play a clip real quick.
Oh, you'll like this.
No, we won't.
What?
I love it. The band, the Struts. I love those guys.
sorry,
I
not
love
the
the lead
Strokes.
singer. I don't know if you're familiar.
It doesn't matter. Strokes, Struts, they're
I
both
don't know this.
irrelevant.
The Struts. Who gives a
They're all it's irrelevant. They're both bands no one cares about anymore.
Strokes, the Struts. Yeah, sure.
That's why the Struts guy is the one he was
Struts.
all about him.
So gross.
But that's what he likes. It's all that, so masculine. He's masculine.
What a dumb show this is. Just across the board. It was a Stern wig yesterday in the mockery threads going how he can't handle not having a guest. He just can't riff. All current events are off to him. He can't. This is what he just this goldfish brain jumping from shit to shit, mispronouncing names. Just the worst fucking show on earth. It just gets worse and worse. What is this crap? We're all getting stupider doing it and listening.
Okay, let me finish the clip. Sorry.
Struts.
The Struts,
The
to me, I have felt that rock and roll is dying. I mean, aside from the Foo Fighters, Green Day, you could pull out a couple of bands that are still rocking.
Of
course, all the vintage rock bands. But I'm talking about new young artists.
That's funny, Benjamin.
The Struts.
Yes, Benjamin, the Snurches will be playing live on Gunk 101 this Friday.
I got.
Don't lead Shahid Vasquez out of this.
Who is an interesting looking fucking guy.
A really interesting.
Some people you can't take your eyes off them when they
this is
perform
a guy you
in a
definitely
band.
can't take your eyes off of.
I saw him up doing a
He's
tribute.
so gay.
Was it the Taylor Hawkins tribute with the Foo Fighters? But he got up. and we're singing a Freddie Mercury song.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's
Get
name
that
is Luke
vibe.
Spiller. I don't know
So
if
he's-
that's his real name. It sounds like a stage name. Luke Spiller.
It looks like Fat Joan Jett.
The dude is just interesting.
So all he can really talk about is not how they're singing, not what songs they've ever done, nothing about them, just that he's kind of interesting looking.
So he's a Freddie
Well,
Mercury knockoff. Another guy
yeah.
who can't do his own thing.
So, and Howard's
Yes.
going to talk about running down a hill with flowers on it towards a beautiful girl with pigtails waiting for him, or has he?
So, I don't know if you clipped it, but he was talking about the female guitarist, her.
Oh, right.
Okay, so my favorite part of that was that he said that her plays a Chevelle guitar.
Chevelle,
A
right?
Chevelle.
A car guitar.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Good
yes.
going, genius. You can't read your own notes. It's a Charvel.
And what I
It's a
liked even
Charvel
more
guitar. It's a
was
big
Rob, of
difference.
course, saying, "Oh, I know her."
Yeah, I know
Well,
her.
who's her? Who? Her?
Her.
Look at these people.
Her.
Look at this.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
looks
no.
like it looks like some sort of like Dungeons and Dragons convention.
No. Let me just see. Is there a video to this? Is there
Oh
a
dear
video?
Christ.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the Struts
Charvel.
Paris Jackson. I didn't realize who that was. Ooh.
Shahid Vasquez said the Struts
A
sing
sick-
Jeremy Spoke.
Mike White, a 6-string Chevette. Ah!
I'm gonna lower that and let's play a little bit of
Jonas Ackerlund, you've done it again.
that. Ew.
Oh, this looks exciting. Christ.
I hate videos like this. You know what? Just play the freaking music. Nobody gives a shit about your cinematography.
Masculine.
Oh, I hate everything about this guy. Everything about him makes me ill. Everything.
Everything I hate about music, because there's like 15 bands that play like on Mulberry Street every night of the week that are better than this band.
Absolutely.
That can't make a cent.
But nonetheless, they will be on Friday night on Howard 101 doing some sort of
And-
bullshit concert for nobody.
And fives of people will
listen. And
Thank you, Steve Brandano, our musical director.
and
You
then
couldn't be
and then
paid more.
somebody will call in on Monday and say, "Oh my God, Howard, I listened to the Strokes on Friday. It was amazing. You know, I never heard
Yep.
them before,
What
but
a Struts.
now they're the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my
I was never a fan. Then I heard them
never a
Friday
fan.
night.
I didn't know if
and
they
now
were
I bought
Struts,
every album.
Strokes, you know, whatever the hell they are. But yeah, they're amazing. So
Agreed, Frank the Tank. That is, I see a pack of posers when I look at them. That
Oh,
is a
yeah.
staircase Beth would love to fall down, by the way. They just
Oh, dude. I have no idea who these guys are.
I don't
but
know
the
who they are.
The dude is legitimately ripping off the hair from Blondie's "Eat the Beat" cover.
No,
The
it's
dude
like
on-
Joan Jett.
The dude on the right with the
yeah, he
with the
does look like
bangs.
Joan Jett.
He really does. He's got
Yeah.
that.
He looks like Joan Jett. Yeah.
What more
That's mentioned before, but
masculine?
if you look at the "Eat the Beat" album from Blondie,
Yeah.
you'll laugh your ass off because that's that. He dude's totally ripping them off.
All right, we're gonna look.
Art is
Eat-
dead. When art
Eat
is
the
dead
beat,
when it
Blondie.
comes to music.
Look at the dude on the right, and you tell me he's not ripping off that haircut.
All right, let me go.
Let's
The shame of all this is I had to delete information in my brain to make room for that. Somewhere there's something very important that just got deleted. Maybe it's a password or a phone
Oh my
number.
God. Wow. Okay.
Wow, your references are so bizarre yet.
Thank you,
on
Laundry
point.
Damn,
Room.
that's so spot on.
That's yeah.
So
I'm giving that.
Eat the Beat, yeah.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to move on a little bit now, and we are going to go to the next segment, which is the big announcement for next week. And so, Dennis was kind of thinking that maybe he'd be off
I was
next.
praying. Maybe he was praying.
Isn't Veterans Day next week?
Next Friday, unfortunately.
Yeah,
it's
right.
next
So that's
Friday.
usually
Monday. So, but
they'll
yeah,
take a week
so
off for that.
there was a little hope. There was a little hope that there would be a
'Cause
little
They were
time off.
dumping their garbage yesterday.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
because then they'll take another week off. A week after that,
We will. We
for
have a brand new
Thanksgiving.
brand new calendar for November that Bon Jovial uploaded for us today. So we will be coming to that momentarily. But he has a big announcement, and here it is. Here we go.
No, you told me.
Oh yeah, big mouth.
Yeah, me, the biggest
Me,
fucking
you're
yent on the
one
planet.
of the yenta.
Yeah, I'm the
You're
idiot.
yenta.
No surprising you on the air. No more talking to you off the air. Next Tuesday, I'll be speaking with Barbara Streisand.
Oh my
The
God.
legendary Barbara Streisand.
Oh my
King of
God.
Organs. That's me. And I got a million fucking questions
Sure you
for
do.
her.
Sure.
What a life this woman's had.
Oh,
Sure.
incredible life.
That's right.
Are you gonna remember all the nasty things?
Oh,
you
yeah.
said?
I'll get to it then.
I'd have to break it down first and talk to her about the movies she directed. I
Yeah,
think
horrible
she's one of the
movies.
best movie directors ever.
So
can't wait.
forgetting the fact that she started out as like an incredible songstress and an actress and all that. But yeah, let's go directly to her direct.
I watched Prince of Tides. I wanted to
think I've ever
strangle
seen that.
myself for watching it. I hated that movie.
The
like
last
nobody's
cultural relevance she's ever had
Couldn't
was
do
in 1988 when Mecha Godzilla was on South Park season 1. I will give anybody $5 if they can come up with any Barbara reference between 1988 and now that would make it. Yeah.
Yeah,
mean,
no,
she's-
I got nothing.
She's
I
a
got
spry 81. I mean, come on, doesn't everybody
legit.
don't the truckers want to hear from an 81-year-old?
Mo, in that episode, she fought Robert Smith
She did.
from The Cure.
I thought I had a really good Barbara Streisand reference on Radiogunk, but I don't seem to be able to find it. It wasn't that. It definitely wasn't this one from Lil Buddy. It definitely
That
wasn't.
is
this one.
phenomenal. It's not playing. Why isn't it playing? Oh, there it is.
There you
Oh
go.
dear.
No, Coffee Talk was before that, man. I'm pretty sure. Because that was Mike Myers.
What about Little Fockers?
It's pretty amazing.
Didn't she
yeah,
play? De
I don't
Niro's
watch that
wife?
crap.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
just,
I don't watch that. I don't watch that.
You may John may actually have me on that one, but I still don't
So,
watch that crap.
nonetheless, Barbara Streisand is going to be on next week. She is 81 years old. I can't even imagine that anybody
Why?
needs to.
Did she inherit Sirius?
Well, you're
What's-
going to hear why, because he apparently had a whole conversation with her when he was out at some party.
Oh, the
in
Hamptons. It's
Hampton.
a Hamptons connection.
But
Hamptons.
which I've said often on here.
let me play that first, and then I'll go to
Okay.
the second thing I want to talk about. So give me a
I
second.
was invited to a party. I went. It was like an outdoor party in the summer, dinner party. And I walk in. I'm sizing
No
up
names,
whether I
of
should
course.
really be here because I'm very famous myself.
Yes,
You know,
sure.
she's
That's
on a lot
right.
of-
You have to
Nobody cares.
go to any party.
No,
Well, I
This is
can't
your
be.
kind of party.
I can't last long with riffraff. No, but anyway, anyway,
No, he's not
I
kidding.
walk into the
No.
party.
No, I know
and
that.
He's not,
I'm talking with
100%.
the people say hello, and I look around for a minute, and I think I'm seeing like Barbara Streisand, like all the way off in a corner somewhere, like in the backyard, this person's backyard, but I'm like, that's not Barbara. Where would Barbara Streisand?
That's
be
somebody.
clearly David has a story for us.
He
Lord,
played
dear
the He
Lord.
played Josh
going?
Brolin's wedding.
Oh, they hired a Barbara Streisand in person.
Wow.
You know. But anyway, someone walks up to me and says, Barbara Streisand would like to talk with you. I go, who? Me?
Me?
Yes, she wants to speak with you. Like I was kind of summoned. 'Cause otherwise, I wouldn't bother her. You know what I mean? She's a big star. I'm not going to bother her.
So,
Was-
yeah. So let me continue this, and then we're going to come back. I
We
promise.
got
Okay,
into
okay.
a conversation.
My question.
Might have been for an hour and a half.
Oh dear God.
Nobody bothered us.
This is a man who doesn't stay a party for more than like 20 minutes.
But now,
Like,
yes.
Oh,
Just sat out
star
there.
effing, baby. Star
Sun
effing.
was setting. Person had a beautiful backyard, and I sat and talked to Barbara
sun was setting, hour and a half. It's the summertime. You know,
Streisand for like about an hour and a half.
Sure.
Wow.
And it was unbelievable because she was really fucking interesting. And I remember
In
thinking,
what way?
oh, I wish this was on the air. You know,
You know.
I would love to share this conversation with people because she was being very interesting, to say the
She
least.
was very interesting.
Had a
She
lot
was
of
interesting.
wisdom.
3 times.
And so,
Oh.
but and she said, maybe one day I'll come on your show. But now she's coming on.
Yeah, I wonder what made that happen. What do you think the impetus is for this?
Barbara
That's a
Streisand.
really good
channel on
question.
Sirius?
A new album? I mean,
could very well be.
No.
she's
Is
historically known as
is she
being-
gonna do that duet with that Barry Gibbs did with her?
Yeah.
The Guilty.
And we got nothing to
Nothing
make
to
out.
be guilty of, I love
She is historically-
When the two
she
of them,
historically has stage fright. She doesn't like to do concerts. She doesn't like to sing anymore.
Who cares?
she's 81. No one wants to hear her
I'm just saying Howard's not going to get her to sing. Is
No.
there a Streisand channel? Is that in fact
There
the
has to be, bro.
Why not?
If there's
Why-
a Sinatra channel, right? There was one at some point.
No, there's much lesser
I mean,
people
everybody
that got
else a
channels.
Didn't Glenn Miller have his own channel at some
Yes,
point?
he
I mean,
did.
everybody's had a. We are literally the only people that don't have a channel on Sirius.
Exactly. I want a channel on Sirius. So
I love the two of them with the right side of their faces clashing and their noses jousting, talking
Well,
to each
I
other. They
was
both
just
have
thinking-
the complex with the profile.
when they were talking together, there was no oxygen left in the room with those giant noses sucking it all in.
Well, come on. You know what Streisand's claim to fame is besides music? Right? What is she?
The nose job.
She's a gay icon.
Oh, that's
right?
true too.
Who's gayer than him?
had her nose done? That's the point.
Yep.
She's never had her nose done.
Yeah.
I thought she did have her nose done.
No, that's the whole point of Barbara Streisand is that she never
she
had her
did.
nose done and decided to just be who she was her entire life. No,
That's
no,
how much I know about Barbara
Isn't it the
Streisand.
legend that she was afraid it would affect her voice?
yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Right? Is that
So, this is in 2016. Barbara Streisand channel returns to Sirius XM today.
Yep.
Blah blah blah. But that was 16. So
But it doesn't matter.
right now.
Winter Garden. Yeah.
it's gonna be?
So,
She's gonna have a channel. That's just
she's
the
gonna have a channel.
modus operandi.
There's a channel.
Can you imagine the combined narcissism, egomaniacal, megalomaniacal, wiglomaniacal score between Howard and Barbara Streisand at the same
Oh
time?
my God. This
No.
is gonna be painful.
Dude,
No,
This is gonna be painful.
it's gonna be nauseating.
no, no.
What a charmed life she's had to be able to get away with hiding as long as she does, right? She's so wealthy from those early days that she doesn't have to do anything.
Does
She's
nothing.
81.
gotten-
Why should she have to do anything? Honestly, she should be just living her best life with her handsome husband, and that's it. She's got nothing that she needs to do. Nothing.
You know, I realize James Brolin did the Stern Show in New Orleans in 1999, and all he did is ask him about Streisand's sex life. I can't wait to go back and listen to that
Am I
because he's not going to ask him during this.
autobiography? Let me see if I can
Sure.
do this without looking at the. My name is Barbara. Oh, okay. Here we go. You're exactly right.
Sarah's in the chat.
Exactly right. Because lo and behold, all you smart people in our chat, my name is Barbara, the exhilarating and started honest autobiography of living legend. And this is due out on November 7th of this year.
Oh, so
What
it's
do
not.
you know?
You mean
That's
it's not
next week.
Barbara Comes Again?
No.
Yeah, she has 17 new pages instead of
I mean,
16.
so
Yeah.
I mean, she should be able to sell 5s of extra books with this interview.
She has
Easily.
no-
Exhilarating, leaves blood on the page. My name is Barbara.
Oh, dear
It's
Christ.
992 pages of
What?
startling honesty and self-reflection,
Oh,
It-
whoa.
Holy
parenthetical
narcissist.
sides, including a running bit about how much she loves going to the dentist, encyclopedic recall of onstage outfits, and rigorous analyses of her films.
Exactly.
900 pages.
900 startling pages.
900.
Yeah.
All right,
So
that's
let
War
me
and
know
Peace.
if Howard read that. I'd like to know.
No, absolutely not.
Well, you know what? With next year's Jerry Lewis song movie coming out, what is the odds that she's going to do the
And the
prologue
clown
for that?
pride? Or the
Yeah,
day
here
the
comes the
clown
crowd.
pride?
What are the odds that she's going to do the
The
prologue
day
for
the
that?
clown killed 500 Jewish children?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We might be lucky. Wouldn't it be awesome if like Howard asked her a question about the Gaza Strip and she said something like death to all the Palestinian babies or something like that, and it just
That would
ruins
be
her career? There's a chance.
She has no
a chance.
chance.
There's no chance.
She's
There's a
81.
chance.
She's 81. Nobody gives a shit.
You know, but
Monique, in the last 30 years,
I'm
she's done
fantasizing about
3 movies.
ruining 2 careers at once.
How many years?
In the last 30 odd years, maybe 35 years, she's done 3 movies. The
Wow.
Mirror Has Two Faces, The Prince of Tides, and The Fokker. She did a couple voices and a couple, but nothing that
Bro,
qualifies.
most of the
as
movies
a
were like
movie.
done in the mid '90s.
Yeah,
That's
those-
what I just said. They're 35
That's
years
like 40
last.
something years ago.
Well, what you don't
Christ.
know,
Well, 30 something, whatever. It is.
what you don't know, and apparently Howard's mother knows,
Oh,
is apparently
Ow.
all the words to
Do you know why?
some. I'm getting there. to some bizarre, obscure Barbara Streisand song.
Who cares?
Absolutely calling bullshit on this right now because I have the receipts. So let's hear a little bit about this, and then let's.
I went to visit her like
his mother.
I don't know. I would have like a year ago. Not even a year ago. I don't know. I lose track of time with her.
Fake story.
And my mother started.
How old is Ray right now?
96?
96? 94?
96.
Let's go with 95. Let's go with a spry 95 last year.
Singing to me. Like I was
Really?
sitting there with she started singing to me. We had a moment, and she was. I wish I had the lyrics to the song. I could really recreate the moment for you.
That's
But
I'll
it
read
turned
about in
out
Dan's papers.
Barbara Streisand song that she performed with her son, and the son's got a real good voice. But I didn't know this song.
Nobody cares.
I'm not as familiar with the Barbara Streisand catalog as my mom was, evidently.
Sure.
She knew every word of it, my mother. I never knew my mother to really know all the words to songs. And she looked me in the eye. She started singing it. I got embarrassed. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was going on. I said, is this the fucking morphine kicking in or what?
So
can you name me one Jewish Yenta on Long Island
Baby
that's
boomer?
not obsessed with Barbara Streisand?
Exactly.
let's just discuss the fact that he's talking about his mother knowing every single word to a song that Barbara Streisand did with her son, Jason Gould, who is her and
Nobody cares.
But
I forgot about him, Monique. That's a good. I forgot about him.
It was released in 2013, which is a mere 10 years ago. So Ray would have been 86 years old. And you're going to tell me that Ray, at 86 years old, is recalling all the words to a song that nobody has ever heard except for Howard.
Can I actually explain why she would know that song?
Yes.
Because it was written by Irving Berlin in 1932, and it was done by many people before Barbara Streisand. It was written by, so Ray probably would have heard this song because it was sung a lot in the 30s and 40s when she was young. That's why. That is why she would know the song. How Deep is the Ocean? It's an old song, and Barbara Streisand covered it.
There you go.
That's why. She didn't know the Streisand song. She doesn't know nothing about
He doesn't know from
How deep is the pool you couldn't save Bianca from?
It's like
8 feet.
I mean, it's kind of a stereotype, right? That all the Jewish women that are baby boomers are like into Barbara.
No, that's
right?
true. That's more than a
it's like a
stereotype.
thing.
That's statistically true.
It's like earlier, like last year, like they said all Mexican teenagers were into Morrissey or whatever the hell, you know? There's certain stereotypes that kind of hold up.
Interesting. Frank Sinatra, Diana Krall,
Look how many people sang this song.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Ethel Merman.
How deep is a closet?
Were they into Edith Piaf too?
How'd you know?
The full closet transformation, Jeremy, is by having Streisand on. She is a gay icon. It is the mother lode of having
That's
someone.
true.
Absolutely.
If Judy,
Bette
if
Midler
Judy
made the
Garland
deal.
was alive, she'd be on too, wouldn't she?
Yep.
There it is. There it is. Okay. So so his mom knew all the words to an obscure song, and of course,
And
I'm
I'm not and at you. I'm just like the whole scenario is preposterous.
It's great sleuthing, Monique. It's great. Dennis, that's a good poll by you for that year, the original song.
Oh,
It's a
I
great
knew
thing.
it
It
was-
doesn't make any sense.
Oh, right, because I knew that it was an old song, and I'm like, when the hell did he?
Yeah, it's good sleuth. That's
And I'm
good
like, oh my
sleuthing.
God, Irving Berlin wrote this song.
Is it
Like,
really worthy of bragging about your mom knowing something XYZ when you
Only
were when you're telling us,
Barbara Streisand with?
dude, can I talk? My God, I'll shut up, man. It's all good. You keep
No,
talking.
go ahead.
I'm gonna mute myself. Okay.
Monique, how about the profiles? The no eye contact and the schnozzles with Streisand and Howard. They have all these great similarities. I love the no eye contact because David's got the story from Brolin's wedding. Is the band was instructed to not look at Barbara Streisand, who did not look at the band.
Wait, where do we
Question.
get this? Xavier, take yourself off of mute. I muted myself too, you silly Billy. Where is that? Did David actually mention it?
David told the story in the Depening a few
Oh,
times.
tell us the story. Tell us the story.
It was David. If you want to write it up, I think it goes like this: David was chosen to play in an orchestra for Josh Brolin's wedding. This is probably 3 years ago.
And who
Before
did
they
Josh
played,
Brolin, marry?
I forget who he married. Remember, he has a domestic abuse with Diane Lane that got brushed under the carpet.
I
He
remember
kicked
him.
the shit out of Martha Kent. And the band was instructed, do not make eye contact with Barbara Streisand. And she sat at a table and never looked up once. She sat staring away from everybody. And they were told immediately, the first directive was, do not look at Barbara Streisand.
Really?
The band. Yeah. As if it's not hard enough. How stressful for a gay man like David playing in front of Barbara Streisand? Is that not the most stressful thing
No,
on
I
the face
can't
of the
even
earth?
imagine that his penis wasn't going into his self-immolation that would make him happy.
It was in Santa Barbara.
Oh.
That area where all the rich Californians live, that crazy 1%er area.
There's
The
I have a
Hamptons of
question.
California.
That's the
So I have a question then. Is Howard going to go into studio for Barbara Streisand?
interesting question.
Great question, Dennis.
Hmm.
But they're both so ridiculous with eye contact and sides. So if anyone is not going to come in, it's going to be her. She's got so many
Oh.
stipulations.
Hmm.
It's a great, Dennis. That might be the
That
best question.
David still has himself on mute. You know, you're being a baby right now. Put yourself back on the show, or not, whatever.
Crazy bitch. Medusa, yes, Smithers. That's the best comparison to Streisand.
So
Don't look at her in
then,
the face. Turn to stone.
some weird thing is going on though now with some of the phony or
Cranky
phone
calls.
calls that he's taking these days.
Wait, Monique, before you do, I'm sorry to interrupt. You want to play the Streisand, our prediction from a few weeks ago during Keith Richards, or you want to save it for the end of the show?
What do you got? What do you got?
My brilliant prediction.
Okay, hold on.
Do you remember when I threw it out to the crowd at the very end? It's like an at the buzzer layup or three. I said, who hasn't?
I mean, let's look at it. Hang on a second. I have it here. What did I do with that? Where is it? Arm. Okay.
You can save it for the end if you want, but it was.
I like this. Hang on.
One last question.
Hang on. I do love when you recall our show because I never look at.
Well, this is ridiculously prophetic. I'm not jerking myself off here, but we
No,
threw
I
it
like
out to the.
yourself off. I appreciate you jerking yourself off. Hang on. Let's see. So this is Johnny from a couple of weeks ago.
Very end of the show. Like you're trying to end it, and I pose this question to the chat. And I say, who hasn't he had on? That's a dino.
Let's play it.
One last question for the panel. The dinosaur rocker bucket list, right? Who's left now? We haven't heard from.
Who's alive?
Who's alive?
question.
Right.
Who's
So it's a
alive?
bucket list. So who
Who's
now
actually
is
alive?
Rod Stewart's been on, Aaron, a bunch of times.
Yeah, Rod Stewart's been on.
Benjamin, I love that. Share. That would be
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a great one.
It
Monique,
would be
pause it.
confusing. You'd have to have like little like.
Cher came up. You guys brought up Cher in the mockery thread
Yep.
a couple days ago.
Yep.
I think it was Monique.
He
That,
brought it up. He
a
brought
couple
it up.
people brought it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was. It's amazing.
With Ronnie.
Yes.
Saying how much he wished that he could have Cher on the show. He really
Yeah,
would love
he brought that up. Yeah, that was.
It's coming. Believe me, it's coming.
Like
Name tags.
Who's who?
Cher, Dolly Parton would be amazing.
Yeah.
Never.
He hates
Well,
him.
I mean, there has been no. Not
We'll
there
come
yet.
We'll come back to it as soon as the show.
I got it, Monique. Here's my answer. Here's my answer for the Howard Dream interview.
Okay.
Same profile, same same
God.
phobia. Barbara Streisand.
Ooh.
She doesn't do interviews though,
She does the Hamptons though.
and she doesn't sing anymore.
Right.
Mm.
No.
They've met each other at Hamptons parties. To me, that's great. That's in my top 3.
I think he would love to interview like Obama. I think
Yes.
he would love to interview.
But I'm
Like,
talking
you want
strictly
that
dinosaur
sometime.
rockers
Dinosaur Rock. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think there's people that he would love to interview, but
and music. Just say music. We'll say music. We'll say
Yeah.
Love
say
it,
pop
Johnny.
rock stars.
We'll say whatever we want to
Yeah.
say, but we'll have to save it for next week because I gotta go.
Wow.
You didn't say no. You didn't poo-poo it.
No,
But I think it
no, I
was sort of like
I just that's good. And what made you think of that?
because I was thinking of people he knew from the Hamptons that are iconic, that would be that qualify. I'm trying to get into his
Dinosaur, yeah.
homosexual mind and how he thinks and who he hasn't had on.
And they're dinosaurs.
Yep.
Yeah, but
So,
you're going in the way back machine. You're going into classic people. I can't, Xavier, I cannot believe you're commenting on and then have muted yourself on the show. You're such a jerk. I hate you so much. Okay. Okay. That was
Sting's been
brilliant.
on many a time with his girlfriend.
That was brilliant, John. That was brilliant.
Thank you
So much for that. Yeah. Good call. Good call. You know, none of us really commented on it at the time because you have to kind of mull it over and think to yourself,
It's a hard one because my
It
first
is.
question was, "Who's alive?" I mean,
Yeah,
that's the
they
other
gotta
thing.
be
It's like,
alive.
a lot of them
oh
are
yeah,
dead now.
there's that. And so
I think you nailed it with Cheryl. I think she's the next one they're working on. I think they're regularly working on it. They're going through like Kathy Griffin and all the mutual friends she has. Guaranteed by the end of next year.
Curious how he got Barbara Streisand too. I'd like to hear that story. Maybe he'll say something.
Well, think about it. It's the Hamptons angle, and then she has a book coming out, and she's already done stuff with Sirius, so fairly straightforward.
Again, I want to see the connection. I wonder if Gary will take some sort of, lap of victory because
No.
he did, or if there wasn't him, who was it?
I got it for
Uh-oh.
you. I just this is, I'm not tricking myself off. Ben Stiller.
Oh, that would be it.
The
That would be,
Fockers.
yep, that's it.
So they go through. This is how the show
100%.
works. They go through Stiller and say, "Can we get Streisand? You know her from the Fockers."
Because the same
Yep.
party.
Fockers.
They're at the same party.
That's one movie at one.
No, she
time.
did a few. She did the sequel too. He gets all.
Whoever's party he was at, where Barbara Streisand was prominently displayed, I'm sure is a mutual friend to both of them.
Well, I'll get the audio. I remember that.
Do you really think that Barbara needs friends, or
No.
she thinks that this is just a promo opportunity?
Wait, I
Come
want to
on.
tell you guys something really funny, and before I forget, because I will absolutely forget to talk about this. So I have friends here in Florida, and I will not mention any of their names, but they're
Dennis.
really great people, and they're kind of wealthy, and their
Kind of.
home in the Hamptons is not too far, actually very not too far from Andy Cohen's house. And I was like, "Oh, hey, did you get to what?" I said, "So okay." So of
One
course,
question, Monique. The same people who saw Howard on the beach and he wouldn't make it, and he didn't say anything.
correct. So
Damn.
correct. And so I said, "Oh, so you live near Andy? So what do you think about this story with John Mayer?" And they're like, "No, John Mayer's absolutely not gay. That's just like a really stupid, silly rumor. We don't know why. We've seen Andy with lots of guys and blah, 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 blah." I was like, "Did you wind up going to the Ed Sheeran concert?" And both of them just start ripping a new asshole. They're like, "Oh, that was the stupidest fucking thing ever." Like everybody that we know was going to the Ed Sheeran concert, but everybody had to be friends with either Andy or Howard.
Yeah.
In order to get invited to the Ed Sheeran thing. And we thought that it was going to be open to like everybody because they said, and the dude is like, "And I know the guy who owns like Steven's Talk House." And it's like, "So when are tickets going to be available?" And he's like, "I don't know if any tickets are going to be available. I don't know if it's open to anybody. I just know it's for like really big shots at Sirius and their friends." And so immediately, like, it was just Andy and Howard and all of their friends, and that's who got invited.
Wow.
Period.
You could tell he was way too comfortable with it.
Oh.
You could tell.
So that explains the star effing all of Howard, because he made sure he put out lines to all those people to make sure they come, because those are people he has had interactions with that he brought up.
He's not going to that shit
100%.
any other way, Dennis. It's got to
Yep,
be
you're
totally
right.
tailored for him.
That makes
tailored for
so
him.
much perfect sense now.
That's
So much
exactly
perfect
right.
sense.
Monique, I think I would love for you to like record you and your quartet of queens yenting it up sometime. I would love to
I
hear
love
that.
it. And you know that I have a really, 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 really close friend at the lake who said, "I know Andy Cohen from when he was sitting in a cubicle and was just the assistant to the
NBC, right?
assistant. Bravo.
PA, yeah.
And then he became a big guy, big swinging dick. And I'm like, "Oh my God, could we ever ask him questions about stuff like with Howard and everything?" He's like, "I just have to text him. It's
Cool.
he will always answer my
So-
text."
I'm gonna sound like a big fruit right now, but I don't know why this is on my radar. I think it's through Sarah. that Bethany Frankel is going after Andy Cohen like
Oh,
a
gosh, yeah.
motherfucker. She is eviscerating
I
him.
couldn't imagine
She's opening
her
up
doing
fourth.
that.
Dennis,
I
it's so
roll.
it's
I-
very
I-
She's a
entertaining.
rat's ass. She will just.
She doesn't
She's
care.
nuts.
She is out
She's
to
literally nuts.
destroy. She is out to destroy.
So-
She's insane.
Opening
So,
all the fourth walls and
the
their
Drew
secrets.
She
The
is
Drew show is being so what's the word I'm looking for?
Transparent.
No. He's being so naive.
Oh.
He's going. Dave Portnoy is
That's
friends
Rodney.
with Andy Cohen. Same with Robert Kraft. They were at the concert. Portnoy had a station on Sirius. He raped them and he
Barstool.
became a billionaire. And then Robert Kraft, I think that's a Howard connection because
Robert
Oh,
Kraft.
it's always been. He's always been up Howard's ass.
Listen, you know what? It takes nothing for them to put down 20 people that they would like to invite to this party.
exactly.
Thank you, Benjamin.
I mean, I don't even think that has to include like Robert Kraft or Paul McCartney or people like that. Those are givens.
Kraft
Those
was
are
at Howard's
givens
birthday. You guys
people.
remember they paid Kraft paid Artie to do his to perform at
Yes,
his,
exactly.
his kid's birthday, and
So that
Gary
was
tagged
easy.
A
along.
couple of times he's been with the
A couple
Kraft
times. Yes.
comedian. So yeah, there's a whole incestuous thing going on there,
It's like a-
and my friends were not part of
I
that.
can't believe that. That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
they were like, I
amazing.
can't believe that tickets weren't available, and
Yeah, Pell
but
pizza
no,
critiques.
but no tickets were available. None.
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 Except the two girls we saw that won tickets from
They
Sirius.
won tickets. 2 people. All right.
Two of them.
So touching on to
don't get 'em
Howard's
either,
more
Frank.
sensitive side, because that's what's going on nowadays. This idiot caller calls in. She's like an idiot. Oh, you know what, Mary Jean? I was just about to read that Bethany story in Vanity Fair. I'm going to read that actually probably tomorrow, since I don't
Is
have.
there new stuff from what's
There's
not
a
out
tomorrow?
there?
It's just a whole. There's just a
Are we
whole.
doing some Thursdays off now?
Yeah, we are doing Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays off. Of course
Awesome.
we are.
I told you that Bethany sold her house to Howard and Allison in the 80s.
Her father's.
And Howard kept their name on the mailbox because they were afraid they were going to be stalked. The
Yeah.
Frankel name on the mailbox.
Yeah, all right. And meanwhile, she sold, Skinny Girl Margarita for millions of dollars. She's a self-made woman. It's amazing. I look at her with idolization. Meanwhile, her legs are the size of my arm. This is what her
And that's a
calf muscle
problem.
looks like.
Why?
Oh, stop it, Dennis. You sound like Howard now. All right, so this woman calls in hysterical crying
Sorry.
because she's so saddened by the story he just told about his mother. Here we go.
Hi, Kelly. You're on in Virginia.
Howard, this is the second time that I've cried. No, it's just listening to
What,
your
you saw a
show.
picture of me?
Oh, stop.
The first was when you announced you were getting divorced,
She
and
cried.
the second was when Robin told us about her cancer diagnosis.
What is wrong with these people?
And then and I'm not like this, but that was really beautiful. And
Oh, shut up.
Fake.
Shut up. Who are these
fake.
people?
It's a fake phone call. It's fake.
The weird thing about that is that she actually brought up his divorce, which is not something that
Yeah, I know.
constitutes fake.
She
But
cried.
he just said announced his divorce. He
Yeah, but
acknowledges
that's
he's been
he
divorced.
doesn't even want that said.
Exactly, quitter. Kelly from Virginia works in cubicle 7.
Exactly.
Well,
That's
but
his
then there was
face
another one.
on.
I don't know why he's trying to touch with like his personal sentimental side. Maybe he's gearing up for Barbara
Q
next.
ratings.
Not
Q
really.
ratings.
Sure, but let's hear this one.
Or just when we thought you couldn't top what you've done for so many decades, you've knocked it out of the park. Oh my God. Medicated.
I hate you. I
Knocked
hate you.
Out of the park with medicated Pete.
I hate
Kelly,
you.
I want to say that you've helped
Die.
so many people I know personally get through their illnesses with their parents and relatives for what you've shared with your father and your mother. And it's so inspiring.
Shut the fuck up. Seriously, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's inspiring that he talks about the fact that he can't wait for his father to die and his father never gave him enough, and how dare his father not leave him any money, and the fact that he had to pay for everything for both.
Exactly.
and the fact that his mother is lying in her own shit all day and has had COVID 3 times, but he's so fucking scared to get it himself, and that's why he doesn't go out of his house, even though he claims to have visited her, 40, 50 times a year when he's on his way back and forth from the city.
I mean, so that was what, Rob in Cubicle 17. I mean, all these things are what they would call for a Q rating, which is your rating for female audiences. And he's been trying to get that to happen for over a decade now, and it still doesn't work.
Yeah.
It still doesn't work.
Still doesn't work.
Well,
No.
if ever Gat Girl calls and you're like, oh, lesbian female, put her on now. Put her on now.
Yes, that's exactly how.
They're all running in the thing. Whoa, we got one.
Severius
Everybody alert. Here's a female.
Severius Brandusa. I'll bite. Tell us your Howard story if he was looking rough. I want to know where you saw him and how rough he was looking. If
Who
that's
was it?
Severius Brandusa. He's up further in the chat. It's a new name. It's a cool name.
I don't know that name. I don't know that
It's
name
a
at all.
fake name. I don't know if it's real.
Okay, so I want to go into just a tit hair of Heidi, because he was back bitching about Heidi Klum. Apparently, they all thought that she was going to dress as like the Stay Puft Marshmallow from Ghostbusters, but in reality, she dressed as a peacock. I actually want to pull that up for us and see what she looked like for Halloween this year. Let me see if I have video of it. Okay, so let's go to it. Just give me a second, guys. I want to pull this up for us.
I didn't realize Frank the Tank was a flamer from Calgary.
So very bizarre for Heidi. Let me see if I can pull this up for you so you can see what this looks like. Okay, so Heidi, Heidi. Let me see if I can blow it up though. Oh shit!
I'm confused.
Sorry, guys. Hang on. So this is her. That's her in the blue, and she was a peacock, and everybody that was around her are her feathers. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, there you go. So that's Heidi.
That is a weird costume.
It's always weird.
I don't hate Heidi, but who gives a crap?
Nobody gives a crap. The people who follow Heidi and the people that get invited to her party and the people that are around her in New York City for her party are Heidi people.
Cool.
And and on that note, she left.
That's a mic drop. A Heidi Klum rant.
And we got nothing to be guilty of.
Every once in a while, I drop out.
We'll climb any mountain. And we never let it in.
And he starts talking about Heidi at AGT because he's always obsessed with that, and about how
media.
Her kids were such a gigantic pain in the ass while they were at AGT. So let's hear about that.
They swarmed all over that set. It was hysterical.
Yeah, I went to the producers. I said, listen, fuck, this isn't a Montessori school. I got a fucking chair I want to sit down in. I'm not a spring chicken. I can't stand there while these kids are running around. Suddenly I'm negotiating with a 5-year-old.
Where were your kids, Howard?
His wife?
So he bitches at the producers about Heidi's kids being all over the place, which had me hearken back to yesterday's Halloween show where we had no clips, but I remembered this from yesterday. And let's play this clip, because can you imagine what an utter gigantic pain in the balls Howard must have been on
Oh
the set
God!
Oh
of
God!
AGT?
We don't even know the half of
Yeah,
it.
just
Xavier's told us stories.
Yeah, listen to
about-
this.
The taping of America's Got Talent. She said, "Und you know," because she used to
I hate
sing
the own thing.
all the time during the breaks.
Right.
I told you, she like if they played "Ring My Bell," oh, ring my bell, ring my bell,
I hate him.
and you'd hear her singing it over and over again, and I'd say, "Please stop," and she wouldn't stop. She thought it was like funny that I got annoyed with her, so she'd keep leaning into my ear. Ring my bell, ring my bell. And I told you, I went to the producers. I said, I'm going to quit this show.
Can you
She's
imagine how
got
many
to
times you
stop.
went
It's
to the
fucking
producers?
making me mental. And they
Within
go,
2
well, what
weeks,
do you
you're
want
like,
us to
what do
do?
we
I
get
said,
ourselves into?
do you mind if I tell her that you're in my earpiece? Please ask Heidi to stop singing because they can't get sound and it's disrupting the sound. And I told her that, and she stopped singing for a while.
Can you imagine what a gigantic pain in the balls he must have been?
They hated him. They hated him. They
couldn't get rid of him fast enough.
As
But no,
Pillel
I-
says, he narked on Heidi. What a bitch. If
Yeah.
snitches get stitches, please give him unlimited stitches.
So there is a clip I pull all the time when he talks about AGT where he is getting absolutely undressed by Howie Mandel and Heidi, and he's there trying to do a mea culpa, going, "I'm a liar. I'm a compulsive liar,"
Yeah.
and they literally just walk away in disgust. Just like they're actually Howie Mandel does this to him, just like throws his hand up and walks away.
Well, if I'm the producer, I say to him, this is what I say. Okay, you show me that the ratings are going to go up because of you, and then I'll tell her that.
Exactly.
Until you prove to me, until the ratings stop going down, then I'm not telling her shit.
What
You go away.
Jason is saying here, is this true? Wasn't he the only one with an earpiece on set?
That's
I
true.
don't know, is
Supposedly.
that true?
Yeah, that is
he's
true.
the only one that had an earpiece.
So someone's writing him horrible jokes for this horrible thing. What a dumb show in general.
Yeah,
And
you
it's
can
fixed,
see it.
by the way.
Yeah,
And you
totally
can
it's fixed.
And you could see it during the show because, like, if something was going on, you could see him almost like listening because he's so stupid. He
Well, that's what
can't
the
do two things
tendrils
at
are for,
once.
Dennis. I mean, the hair is... Every follicle is manufactured to cover the earpiece.
So,
It's so
and
true.
And so he would like, and he even admitted on the air that he had the earpiece, and they told him to stretch it out. Like, and I'm like, and he was the only, and he admitted he had an earpiece, but no one else did because he's such an idiot. That's what they were telling him what to say.
Well,
How dare 5-year-olds have crazy energy on the set? They're hyperactive kids. Where are your kids?
he would never bring his kids to set.
Oh no,
Never.
no.
No, they're too busy giving articles to the
Weren't
Post.
they already in their 30s though? By
Yes,
the time of the show?
exactly. While I
Kids.
was recording that clip, I remembered this horrifically stupid thing that Robin said as well about Heidi. So let me just play that real quick.
I mean, she's very nice. Don't get me wrong, and I'm happy for her. She's parlaying Halloween into something, but how annoying. I mean, I just find the whole
Well,
thing
she's
annoying.
smart. I got to give it to her
No.
because what else is she going to do? And this is something she can do forever.
What else is she gonna
Put a wig on a cat and put it on Instagram.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was a treat. Yeah, the wig on the
He's
cat.
literally goofing on her for dressing for Halloween, yet his wife put one of his wigs on a cat and put it
Yeah,
on
hold on.
Instagram.
Yeah.
In
Okay.
fact, I had it. Hold on. Oh, there
To
it
quote
is.
Chelsea
I have it
Handler, it's a
right here.
shambolic, embarrassing mess.
And
the
his
whole
wife is also,
production.
like she's doing the Rembrandts with rabbits and cats. she's got what, her foot stuck in her hair again or something. It's like,
All right, so
That is a great word, though. By the way,
Shambolic. I've been saying it for 3 weeks.
It's
Seriously,
just-
it's in my head
me too.
now.
Me too. It's
Yep.
in my head.
Right.
I can't stop
I've
saying.
never seen it
So
until
here
she
it
said
is.
it that time.
Okay.
this is trolling on a new level. That's his hair. That's
And
his
what is
real
the
hair.
word
it's a dog, right? Is it a dog or a cat? I can't.
It's a cat.
Can
Sure.
anyone
Oh, okay.
dog Xavier?
I don't know.
Anyone guess who? And by the way, the fact that she calls this frigging cat Poopy Pebble drives me insane. Like she's like a 6-year-old. It's like
Exactly.
6-year-old naming her cat
Dude,
Pebble.
the little kids being bombed in the Gaza Strip are less emotionally traumatic than she is.
Yes.
This is actually true.
And
And
look at that. That's his wig. Look at every curl is.
It looks just like his wig to me.
let us not forget some other.
Heidi wore a costume for Halloween. How ridiculous!
Yeah, let's not forget other amazing things that she dressed her cats as this year. So we have cowgirl.
Cultural appropriation right there. ¿Qué onda, güey? Eso no es bueno. ¿Qué esta pinche puta estúpida que está haciendo con nuestra cultura?
What in the hell?
And
That looks like
how,
Sarah's cat, Camilla.
look how fat Helen is. Helen is embarrassed. She's too
God.
plump for her favorite
That cat's
avocado
a-
costume.
Camilla after a Chinese buffet.
Okay. Helen is a fat bastard, and she can't fit into her costume. Ring
oh
ring
my
bell.
God.
Oh, there's the fat cat that had kittens, so he's looking lovingly at them. This is what she looked like before she had the.
They're literally fat shaming a pregnant cat.
I
I
know.
know.
I mean, come on.
Well, the two
It's a-
we've gone over this 100
Literally
times in
fat
the show.
shaming a pregnant cat.
Two anorexics force their pets to eat meat so they feel skinnier.
Yes,
They
of
shove
course.
food on
Yes,
whatever
of
the
That's
syndrome
like
is.
anorexic adults who have like fat children. They just like
Yes.
feed them all the food that they
There's
never.
a syndrome for that, Monique. I
Someone-
forget what the name of it
Yes,
is.
so righteous.
Someone on our site said, "Hey, she should leave those rabbits and those cats alone for 8 hours and come back, and we'll see how much friendship is
Yeah,
going
they'll be real friendly.
All right, let me finish my last two clips. So again, so I think that, and sometimes I disagree with you guys with the commercials because I don't think Apple or Ozempic,
they do, but that's
any of
okay.
these people need him.
And they do.
Dennis, I'm almost 1,000% going to disagree with you. They
I'm
don't.
gonna
need him. They
continue
would
to
not
go with the
pay
truth.
for that. They don't pay for Howard. They don't
Yes,
give
they
a
do.
shit about. No, they don't. Fight me on it and prove me wrong.
I would
You
think that
prove me
their
wrong.
companies are too big. They'd have to know listenership before they would
No,
give
they don't.
him money in any way, shape, or form.
They
Prove me
don't.
wrong. Prove
There's
me
an
wrong.
advertising
Companies
department. They
don't
would have to
care.
tell him,
Prove it.
this is
Right.
your listeners. This is who you're broadcasting to. I'm not
Apple
giving.
has billions of dollars.
Prove
They
it.
can throw $50,000
Prove
at
it.
Howard. And
Oh, they
why
can
not?
afford it, but
I'm
why
gonna
would
go
they
mute
want him?
myself, guys.
Prove it.
What?
Prove it. I don't know what he's doing. He's watching some baseball. There must be
Well,
something.
he's already been shown that he's done this before, where he's gotten paid by people for promoting stuff.
Like
Where it
who?
was he
popular.
started with Poland Spring Water. He did it with Snapple. He did it.
Starbucks.
Company after
You
company.
need somebody
he
as
started
big
with
as
Dunkin'
Amazon
Donuts.
or Apple.
Dunkin' Donuts,
Shit.
Starbucks. he
Monique,
did
I
that.
think you're both right. I think it's hard to tell when, but I don't know why Apple would need. Apple has
They
an
don't need it.
advertising department. They would say, "Produce to me your listenership. I'm
Right.
seeing the metrics before we're
John.
getting." Not that they can't afford it, but it's just they don't need
John.
him.
They don't
Tell
need
me
it.
why an actor would go on this show. Tell me.
Oh,
why
I
an
know.
actor
Oh,
or a
I know.
musical
I know.
actor on this show.
They'll
Doesn't
take.
have anything to do with paid ads, Dennis.
It's same difference. It's the same type of not knowing. You're just sold a bag of goods, and for Apple to throw 50 grand at something doesn't matter. It doesn't
Just-
matter. That's
Well, why
literally
do it?
it's because they like, oh well, they were told they have good reach on certain demographic or whatever.
Dennis, he gets
some
actors
bullshit.
on this show because, as you know, he put a memo out. He's a silent partner, and he told them, "You cannot have this actor on until we get them first." The entire platform is not allowed to have people on until he gets them. We've seen the memo.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
Can I
That's a-
finish my last two clips for the night, please?
Yes, please.
Okay. So Hinge, I think, is something that they paid for. And this fan feedback thing that he got, I think is
Oh,
complete
so
bullshit.
bad.
And so let's hear that.
It's gotten so much worse after COVID. I actually empathize with Benji on this one. Howard, I met my partner on Hinge in 2000.
So, by the way, most people, just in general, don't say partner unless you're gay. Then
Exactly.
you say partner. I met my
Yeah.
boyfriend. I met my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But nobody says partner unless they're gay. And so I believe this to be written by,
Chris
one-
One of
Waller.
the staffers.
Yes, but listen.
On this one, Howard, I met my partner on Hinge in 2017. I do not envy my single friends these days. I'm watching what they're doing, and I got to tell you, I feel like I got on the last lifeboat off the Titanic. If things fall through with my partner, that's it. I'd rather go off in the woods and become a spinster than deal with all of that.
Right.
Spinster.
So-
Wow. Spinster.
Someone's someone's going to the email box, writing their address on and writing spinster in an email box. Sure.
yes.
Sure.
Yes.
That's not Chris
Lotus,
Wilder.
that's a
doing
Lotus Notes. That's a Lotus Notes.
that. Yeah, that's
Partner is absolutely synonymous with gay.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Nobody else says that.
112%.
No, it said they went into a whole Hinge thing and, started talking about Hinge. And they, apparently neither of them had ever heard of it and blah, 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 blah.
Hell,
19.
Get your ass back in
Hell.
here right this second. We're almost done with the show.
Oh.
So let me just finish. This is my last clip. It's
Wait,
the end
what?
of the show. Here's the end of the show.
He does. He's persistent. That is one
Yeah.
thing for sure.
I will make you come.
Oh.
Right. All right, Robin. Well, we've done enough show. We
Of course, you've had enough
personally,
show.
I think we did too much show. I think we should have ended a half hour ago.
I
but-
know. We hit a home
Oh.
run before this, and we
Yeah.
kept going.
We keep going, hoping to hit another home run, and guess what? All right. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Thank you, and God bless you, and goodbye.
That's it. That's how we end the show.
So I found that quite odd that he went, God bless you,
God
at
bless
the
you.
end.
Right?
Considering he went on a rampage yesterday for an hour comparing any man of the cloth to basically a psychic. He went, it was an hour long.
Who guessed it? Who guessed it yesterday that he's definitely going to have like a Sal with the psychic person? All
yeah.
rumors,
I think it was Dennis.
partner, they are his writers. Is that true though, Rodney? Is it? Because I never really hear people say partner.
I don't say it either.
Maybe it's us. We're getting old.
So
Sorry.
we're easily under 20 shows left on the show.
We're down in the home stretch.
15 maybe 15 14.
If that.
Thank you for mentioning that because
If
it's
that.
time to open up the calendar and our friend Jovial has a new November calendar. Let me pull up the calendar just so I have it with us so that we are ready for this exciting display of events. And yeah, I know I'm scared. Be very afraid. Here we go.
Let's go to the calendar. November. Would you like a little whiskey, Monique?
Certainly not.
She really sounded like you too.
Holy Mother of God. That is like shocking to me. That yes, I do look like I have a Streisand nose, don't I? It's horrible. Love the abuse I get.
Good job, but you take it well. I mean, it's all in good fun. There's much
You
worse
know what?
you can
At
do to
this point,
someone.
who gives a shit? I am who I am.
Short
It's
film.
all that you am, Popeye?
Yes, and I'm not a ham. That's exactly
Shiver me
right.
timbers.
So according to Dennis, he has worked 83 days so far this year. And here we are. What are we? November 1st. So we're right here at Wednesday. And so obviously, since he has Streisand in next week, we know he's working next week. And historically, he is off for Thanksgiving.
So here's the weird thing.
Yeah,
So
Rexic with
last year he did 95 shows. All right, he did 95 shows last
Give him 12 more shows this year.
Exactly. Look how much green is left in front of us. You know, how much it's amazing.
Roughly, there's according to this is like 21, but that can't be right.
No, there's gonna have to be 21 shows left at all. No, it's not be over 100. That's not happening.
It's south of 20.
Well, I didn't blank out December yet because we don't know what days he's off yet. So let's assume he's off from the 8th onward. Let's just assume that. And that would still give us 3, 6, 9,
like around 19,
12,
20.
15 shows.
It ain't gonna be 15 shows. That'd be 98 shows. That'd be more than last year. He won't do that. Howard always does less, not more.
No,
Never
I agree. I just don't know what the story is. We don't know.
It's going to be very weird the way he's going to do this. It literally is going to be like, just like an Irish goodbye, as they say, because it's one day he's just not. Oh, see you next year. Literally, it's just going to be no fan for.
I mean,
next year
at the latest, it'll be the 13th. Will be his last day in December. At the latest.
Exactly.
At the latest. There's no way he's going past that.
I just can't see. I just can't see him going past what he did last year.
No, but we'll see. We don't know what we don't know, right? So
yeah, I know, but it's so weird with him, and everything has to be secret. Everything has to be this double wall.
Yeah, that's the thing. Exactly. The whole clandestine crap is
clandestine crap. I mean,
don't worry about it, Dennis. He's going to have a guest host fill in for him all those days.
Oh, yes.
Like you won't miss it. Like the sports guys do, right?
Yeah.
Like news people
or
do.
Johnny Carson did.
Yeah, they all get to play replays.
Yeah.
Dreaming out the computer.
All right, I got to get to bed. John sent me a bunch of clips, but I'm just pulling 4 of them because we're going to talk about Antonio Pierce, who was just slightly mentioned today, and somehow I wound up with 17 Antonio Pierce clips.
There was so nothing in the show. He is the now coach of the Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Oakland, Reno, San Jose Raiders. They change cities every 5 minutes. And they brought him up today. He was an intern on the show in 2008 when he was looking for it towards the end. It was after the Giants.
I remember when it happened. So we're going to play a couple of things from Antonio Pierce coming onto the Stern Show and being a intern for the day. He's never been back. He's never been talked about again. But sure, why not?
If I had to choose, I mean, did you delineate between? Did you watch them if I had to choose, I would say
I did 1, 3, 4, and 5.
I would say the Wood Yee one is the most egregious.
Really?
They prank him, yeah. It's the most racist without and
that one, yes, I remember the call because he had the guy Wood Yee called in and said the most racist shit to him, like horrible stuff today. That's terrible. That's terrible,
which I have.
Funny.
So let's start. I have it.
Okay,
so let's start with number 1.
This is my office, and then this is where everything's going on in the morning. Jason's one of our producers. Will. Hello. Will. How are you? Nice to meet you. What's going on right now is Jason's listening to the show, and he's sort of paraphrasing what Howard's saying. So we keep a log of the whole show. So if I ever need to go back and find something, if in a year and a half something happened on the show this morning, and I need to go find it, I can find it. We tape every single second of every show is on tape, is on CD. So we go back, and then Will is over here screening phone calls.
It's on CD. They don't have it on like a hard drive.
No.
Monique.
A lot. Hold on.
Remember, I used to tell you I had MP3s burned onto a CD, and I could fit like 4 full shows. That's what they used to do. That's the way you keep them off your hard drive. It's actually a great thing to have as backup. That's what they used to do before you used to be able to drag stuff onto your flash drive.
Sorry, Dennis. Yes.
The other thing is Gary is so ape-like in this. I mean, seriously.
He's just so
everything about him is just embarrassing and
unpredictable. Literally, he is that guy who
he's such a jock sniffer too. He loves this.
Started at his job at like 21 when he graduated from college and never left.
So what's like Scott likes Gary's already?
Listen to this. I
got a question on there as well. Yeah. So it says like right here. It says Chris hates the rapper show. Nobody cares about Gary. He's called from Baltimore. Richard South. He said the whack record. That tells you where they call from and what they want to call about. So in here, he engineers any sort of thing that we need.
Yeah.
I don't know how it got drowned out there, but there's 27 hold lines they have on the show.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So you can suppose what?
There's probably 30. That would make more sense.
They said that there was some weird number like 27. They said.
Wow.
All about. So in here, he engineers any sort of thing that we need. If we record commercials or recording a bit or anything.
Okay, so that's just
good. God.
Getting to know.
Gary's an idiot.
I love looking at the behind the scenes stuff in the offices you never see anymore.
You never see that.
No.
Wrong decision on having.
How old were you when you had your first kid?
19.
19. Wow. Will grandma yell at you and like, what the hell?
My grandmother passed away when I was 15, so I wish she was around. Probably wouldn't have children, but.
Well, you didn't wear a rubber when you were with this chick?
You know what?
Bareback.
You think you know everything when you're younger.
And then you went and had 2 more kids with her.
Yeah.
The hell are you doing?
I don't know.
You seem like a sensible guy.
Yeah, when you're young, you're dumb for children, and I would never take that back.
How old was he when he was
he has kids
19.
with so and he has 4 different kids, and he went he's from Compton, by the way.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yep. What's this one?
What year was this?
This is 2008.
Yep.
So this is Howard doing what you knew he would do, the closeted homosexual going.
Antonio, any gay guys on the Giants? Seriously, anybody you have your suspicions about, or?
Gay guys. Here we go. I heard Shocky
got in trouble for this one.
Let's see. Gay guys. What does gay consist of? Happy?
Yeah. Are there any gay guys on the team, you think? I know you can't out them, but
no guys on our team.
Have you ever played football and a guy proposition you or anything like that?
Oh no.
That would never happen. Run nude in the locker room with a shower and the whole thing?
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Guys take towels around there playing jokes.
Who has the biggest penis on the team?
Probably me.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How many inches are you?
I got 3 kids.
Right, but are you
I
10
ain't shooting
inches?
blanks.
Are you 10 inches? Steve Gutenberg said he's 10 inches.
I think I'm up there. I'm in the high inches.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Is that true? Or are you just saying that for the air?
No, I'm definitely no.
Wow.
It's not to impress nobody.
Wow.
I'm sorry. And why did he do this?
Because
He's-
he's
He
closeted.
needed credit for something, right?
Why did Antonio Pierce do it? He was about to retire and he was looking for a way out of. What's my next career move? So he's like 33, and the Giants just won the Super Bowl, and he's like, "What am I going to do?" He wanted to go in the media.
So who knew who to make him come on the show?
Oh, they're jock sniffers. You just say I'm in the NFL and Garrett. That's how Casey got.
10 inches.
Right.
You serious? You measured it?
I'm just assuming. I don't
Wow.
know. Yeah,
But you never.
I was younger.
And you're saying you were 10 inches. Wow.
You know, I'm assuming. I haven't.
Who's bigger, Eli or Jeremy Shockey?
I don't know. Tough question.
You do look, though. I'm
You're
a
the
straight
only
man.
one who claims to be
Hold
checking
it a
out
second.
everybody anytime you see them.
I'm a straight man. I love women, but when I'm in my locker room, you can't help but see a dude's penis. It's there.
No,
You guys walk
I'm
around
not saying
naked.
you don't.
This is the guy who won't even pee in front of somebody else because
Yeah.
he's scared.
Exactly.
There and look
Yeah,
long
we're
enough to
supposed to
measure
take what he says.
who's got the biggest one in the locker room.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Wow.
Robin
Last
called him
thing I
gay there.
have is the extremely racist prank.
Yeah. So of course, Sal and Richard. I mean, Monique. This is Daniel Carver shit. This is watermelon jokes, fried chicken. This is as bad as it gets.
Here we go.
Amos and Andy. Bullshit.
Here we go. Here we go, John.
Woody.
Big face gorilla. You tell Howard he's a big face gorilla. Tell him he's a faggot. Anything else? You don't tell him to cut the bullshit. Call us back when you get the real question, okay? Thank you.
and I guess Sal and Richard called up and busted his balls on the phone calls Antonio. With the E-drops? Is that how he did?
It's all drops, by the way.
Star Show.
Hi, great show.
Yes, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm good.
How's the weather out there?
Weather's warm, 75 degrees in New York City.
I've got irritable bowel syndrome. When am I going to stop shitting?
You next. Howard, when are you going to stop shitting?
You are correct, sir.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Do you mind if I change the subject for a moment?
Please do.
Spit on my cock.
That's your question?
Please squirt your watermelon cum juice.
Impressive. Okay, any other questions you have for Howard?
I love a hot load on my face.
Any other questions?
Keep talking. I'm gonna come, black boy.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not black. Actually, sir, I'm not black.
I'll give you a bucket of chicken for a hand job.
I'm not black. I'm Hispanic.
Oh my, can I suck your cock?
All right, sir, call back when you got a question. Thank you.
Now, what was going through your mind, Tony, when you got that phone call?
I was trying to look through the list of which caller that might be.
Oh,
What is your question for Howard?
Jesus.
Black boy. You might as well call him Black Bastard.
Was that Woody?
That's
It was
Woody
Woody.
with Sal writing for him.
Oh, because it sounded like a little bit weirdly not Woody-ish. Like it
No, that
sounded-
was definitely Woody and it's Sal writing for him.
Yeah.
I remember that when it happened live.
I remember that when it happened live too. That was
Yeah.
like
That's the coach of the Raiders right now. The
There you
interim
go.
coach of the
Well, they
Raiders.
stink, so hey. Oh well, how bad can he do?
yeah.
It's a good thing the guy had a sense of humor, man. He could have killed everybody.
I know. Anybody would.
You know what? He had to be prepped for that. I'm sorry. There's no way he wasn't. There's just
I
no.
don't know. He looked like he was just rolling with everything. I think he was coming in there.
He's
He
like,
knew.
dude's like 6'5", 250, 260.
Yeah.
Everybody in that room with one arm tied behind his back.
Worst thing is
yeah,
he's
they
not
need-
black.
yeah.
He's Hispanic.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
even worse.
Where's he from? What kind of Spanish?
He's from Compton. You know, Cedric Sabalos is from Compton, and I guess he has some Hispanic in it. But
He's probably like Blaxican, you know?
yes.
He probably is. He
That's
probably
no.
is.
That's exactly right.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Let me see what Antonio Pierce is before we quit this show. Damn it. Antonio Pierce, American coach and football player. All right, let's see. Let's see. Early years. Why doesn't it tell us what he is? Personal information?
Coach says he's
Bio.
Dominican.
Should say bio.
Dominican.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coach
Thank
says
you, Coach.
he's
I
Dominican.
trust the coach.
That's good enough for me.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nothing
I'll go
on
with Dominican.
Wikipedia. Just so you know, nothing on the Wikipedia. So
No,
we don't.
okay, whatever.
Whatever. All right, good for you, Antonio Pierce, for rolling with the punches and being a good guy about this.
It would have been awesome if he killed them all.
Yeah, it would have been funny. We would have enjoyed
Can you
that
imagine,
more.
like, where's the motherfucker? He gets up and
white boy sit.
finds
What was the
him.
most disturbing? Forget about the questions. The most disturbing part of the entire clip was Howard laughing with those.
Well,
those
that's for him,
choppers.
Dennis, right?
Yeah.
He went. They did a thing where he
Oh.
went after Sal and Richard. Oh, Sal and Richard. No, that's you did this, Howard. That's your show.
Oh,
you get all the
God.
money. You greenlit. So you
No,
can
no,
say
no,
they
but
can't
just the-
do it.
Do
The
you
way
guys
he was
remember
laughing,
when
he looked like that. He looked like that.
He was giddy.
Oh no, he looked like that. That vulture from the cartoons.
Oh,
Yeah.
a killer.
the
His name is
neck
Killer
and
from
oh,
Could
from
you
Bugs Bunny.
imagine
His
the
name is
HR
Killer.
lawsuit with that? as
Oh
Coach
no,
says
no,
here?
no, that guy.
that guy.
Um,
He's that vulture.
You guys remember when those two black brothers approach Yucko the clown? Everybody's looking at Mo right now, so I'll let me know. Let you guys know when you stop staring at Mo.
I had to take my bathing suit.
Yeah,
off.
sure you did.
Yeah. Oh wow. Look at that.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Imagine a real intern taking that to HR, coach, taking that tape to HR with all that stuff in it. What could you do with that today?
It just reminded me, like, remember when
Black
they played
boy?
that prank on Yucko with those two black dudes? Like, come say that again, you know? And,
Oh, yeah, I remember
and
that.
Yucko
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
like cried.
Yes, I remember that.
It would have been awesome if the dude would have just lost it on them.
Yeah, but you know what? He was a good guy, and so
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure he's heard other shit in his lifetime, and this was, he knew what to expect by going on the Howard Stern show, and so I am positive that they said to him, "Be prepared for some."
Oh yeah. They read him the riot act before he went in. Like, anything can happen. It gets kind of racial, and just kind of go with it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I have no knee. I told you I have sweatpants on tonight. See, here's the knee. There we go. It's nothing.
Oh wow.
It's a stupid thing that I just did that. I can't even believe I did that. All right.
I don't believe you did that
You.
either.
It is 10:42. It is time to go. We have absolutely done enough show.
We've done enough show.
We want to remind you to please like and subscribe. Leave us any comments that you would like down below and let us know what you're thinking about things. Dennis, with his stupid little Gindaloon fingers, is pointing at his DJ Classic Garage to let you know that he has a new show up or coming up or
It's up.
something.
I actually got it all done in post production and released yesterday.
Excellent.
So,
What's it
yes,
called?
it's actually on oil separators for your modern car, because this is actually a big problem if you own a modern, especially a performance modern car, and you don't do this, because your engine will have lots and lots of problems. And I explain why. I go into like science.
Excellent. And then, of course, we have Johnny. Johnny has a Patreon for his deepening show. It is incredibly inexpensive to join his Patreon.
We only did it because the copyrights are the YouTube Nazis are so crazy. Everything is off, so we had to run there, and we do a full watch along. G Canada sat in on this one, by the way, gave us his Canadian perspective on how provincial and New York and Jewish Seinfeld is.
In millimeters?
In millimeter.
Yeah, it was all metric. It was pretty scary. It was pretty scary.
He was nice enough to sit in. This
Hey,
is
Bate.
that's yeah.
Hey.
Thank you, Mike White.
Okay, so by all means, please go and see Johnny's deepening. Thank you, Mike. I'm officially switching from months to days. 360
Wow.
retirement.
Congrats.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Muzzle.
Mazel.
Make
All
sure
right.
you have a plan afterwards. Make sure you have a plan.
We love you all. We are going to see you next week, unless something major happens this week. That's pretty much it for us. And yeah, I think that's it. Anything else anybody needs to say? Xavier, you have anything to plug?
The bank took the thing off my credit card. So
Oh, thank God. Okay, thank God you were able to buy your Costco pizza today.
they put a hold on it.
Very. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at radiogunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Radiogunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.